Good evening. My name is cartknee.MPG. I'm here today with Empire Surgical. We're going to do the anatomy of the knee. I'm going to break the knee down into 4 major components: bones, cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. First, let's start with the bones. We have 4 major bones: the femur, also the largest bone in the knee joint, more commonly known as the thigh bone. We also have the tibia, the larger of the 2 bones on the lower portion of the knee joint. Running lateral to the tibia is the fibula. It's good to know that the fibula is lateral to the tibia because it will provide direction and location when inside the knee joint. Last but not least, we have the patella, more commonly known as the kneecap, providing protection for the total knee joint. Quick point on the femur. On the distal end of the femur, we have the femoral condyles. In between the femoral condyles is the intercondylar notch. All of that is going to rest on the tibial plateau, which is the proximal end of the tibia. From there, let's talk about cartilage. 2 major areas of the cartilage we want to talk about: articular cartilage and the menisci. The articular cartilage is soft tissue, shiny soft tissue that is on the end of the bones, providing lubrication and providing stress-free movement to the knee joint. We also have the menisci, made up of the medial meniscus and the lateral meniscus. The meniscus together are going to provide congruency between the knee joint, more specifically the femoral condyles and the tibial plateau. It's also going to provide nutrition to the joint and act as a shock absorber. From there, let's move on to the ligaments. We have 4 major ligaments. We have the LCL, the MCL, the ACL, and the PCL. The LCL is the lateral collateral ligament. The MCL is the medial collateral ligament. Both the MCL and the LCL, are going to run from the distal femur to the proximal tibia, providing stability to the joint and preventing extreme varus and valgus movements. Let's get to the PCL and the ACL. Both the PCL and the ACL are going to cross, and they're both going to get their name from the area of connection on the tibial plateau. So the PCL, posterior cruciate ligament, is going to start on the posterior lateral side of the tibial plateau, cross into the intercondylar notch, and attach to the distal femur. The ACL is going to be on the medial anterior side of the tibial plateau, crossing over into the intercondylar notch of the distal femur. Both the ACL and the PCL are going to prevent extreme anterior and posterior movement. All 4 ligaments, ACL, PCL, LCL, and MCL, provide structural stability to the joint. From there, let's talk about tendons. Tendons are going to connect muscle to the bone. We have the quadricep muscle, used to extend the knee. From the quadricep muscle, we have the quadricep tendon, running to the patella. And then from the patella, we have the patella tendon running down to the tibia. On the medial side, we have the medial retinaculum, and we have the lateral retinaculum. Both these keep the patella in track when extending and reflecting and flexing. We also have the hamstring tendons, the hamstring muscle. Starting medially, we have the the sartorius, gracilis, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, and the biceps femoris. The two we want to concentrate on, especially with the knee joint for surgeries, are going to be the gracilis and the semitendinosus. We'll come across these later on when talking about autografts. All four of these attributes of the knee joint provide a specific feature and benefit to the knee. You have the tendons, the ligaments, the cartilage, and the bones, all four making up the knee joint. Thank you very much, and you have a great night.